I remember the first time becoming kind of aware of my gender and someone mistaking me for my father's son and him correcting them that I was his daughter and being confused of like, oh, what? I am daughter? What? Primarily, I work in trauma therapy and gender affirming supportive care, as well as in neurodivergence. What made me want to become a psychotherapist was becoming the person that I needed back when I was younger. I grew up on a farm in a time and in a community where I didn't know what a trans person was. One of the things that really informs my work is with regard to that is like my upbringing. I began my medical transition with testosterone in January of 2022. I always say like it felt like I existed up here my whole life. And after top surgery, it's like my awareness of being in body went all the way down. I remember waking up from top surgery, just putting my hand on my chest and crying. And then I think I woke up like every day for a month after that, remembering and then just being so free and so happy. There were a lot of things that were really difficult about transition and being a psychotherapist in a small community. With the intense rhetoric around trans people being mentally ill or dangerous, that actually ended up showing up in my sessions a lot with clients that I'd had for years, were suddenly feeling a nervousness about me. Just these like really big influences from media suddenly showing up in such an individual and intimate and what should be safe space. The day that I had my first trans client, post-medical transition, post-coming out, it felt like being a therapist again for the first time. It felt like my first session all of a sudden. But what was amazing was how I got to hear myself as a therapist speaking the assurance and the comfort and the source of support that was just so needed for me back when I was younger. When I see people in my community that I work with coming out to their family first time or not only just like turning towards that voice so that they can hear it themselves, but then that voice amplifying loud enough that now it's in their community, that never gets old. Once we are just given that right to exist and be real and be human, who are we beyond that? That's just something that I really want to see more of in my lifetime, is trans people everywhere.
That's going in the Twitter or whatever.